The Dow post a third straight week of losses, but also finished with the Nasdaq at a record high.
Okay, I said I wasn't going to get on the mic, but I'm going to hop on real quick just to kind of let everyone know what's going on. So I didn't get a chance to get a screenshot of his gap scanner yet because he's going over his market briefing in the newsletter he sent out this morning. So as soon as he quits doing that and switches back over to his streamers, I'll get a screenshot of the gap scanner. He usually posts a picture of it on Facebook, so it could possibly be there already. But there are a lot of low floats on the gap scanner this morning. Boom, there it is. Let's see if I can get a screenshot of it. Bam. Alright, so MYO under 1 million. Let's see. SMIT 3.6 million, CETX 3.2 million, SHIP 2.6 million. So got a lot of low floats on the gap scanner. CETX, I seen him talking about that as soon as I pulled up, but I haven't really had a chance to. I haven't had a chance to go through anything really. My son hurt his foot, so he's been wanting a lot of attention for that. I mean, it's nothing major at all. It's like a scratch, but he's 2, so let's see. MYO, nice gap up, but trading sideways. That is definitely, has history. I mean, that doesn't look great. It spiked up, gave it all back, and then gapped up, and then went red. Gapped up again, went red. Huh, must have had a split at some point, but definitely keep an eye on MYO. Let's see. Let's check out this STRM. It's 17 million in flow, but no volume. It's not a very low float, but so I'm not gonna be watching it. SMIT low float, no volume, but since it's super low float, I'm still gonna put it on the gap or on my watch list, just for the simple fact that it's on a gap up scanner, so and it's super low float, so people will keep an eye on it. If it spikes, it will get the or it'll get the majority of people behind it. If it spikes, if it don't, everybody will just leave it alone, just like me. SHIP. Did I just okay? Still very low volume. So all these low float gappers are super low in volume. Plus this is very cheap. I don't trade stocks that cheap. Take that off. Get it out of here. It's funny, wasn't it? MITO was already on my watch list. It's not doing anything. Nothing's going on, so I'm going to take it off. Okay, let's go over the watch list and get rid of some of these. BCLI. Yeah. So it had a nice day yesterday according to the daily chart, but when you look at the minute chart, it's kind of weak in volume. But I'll leave it on there just for the simple fact that it's, it's up there at the highs of the 52-week highs. BLPH, I'll definitely keep on. Yesterday it was very nice. I did trade yesterday, just not live. CETX, definitely watching. I think I finished yesterday up like $5,000. So, but it was a terrible day for TD Ameritrade's platform. It was really glitchy. Orders wasn't going through. So, let's see. GNPX. Oh wow. Look at that sell-off. I mean, it's still up here. We'll keep it on watch, see what happens. MYO, we already looked at. SMIT, we already looked at. SPCE, this is definitely going to be what I'm watching. I made good money on it yesterday, trading like 500 shares, 200 shares. So, and I was done trading by like 10:30 ish. I don't know, somewhere in here. So I missed all of this run up. But I'll be watching it today to see if it'll get back up to about 40. Also, let's take a look at Tesla. Now, I don't have enough money to trade it, but it's been beasting back up into the 900s. 934. It's all the way up here. Guy in chat thinks it'll hit 1,000 and then come back down. Very well could. He's the top trader in our chat room. He's very good. But anyways, one more time. That's the gap scanner, or at least as it was 5 minutes ago. So I already went over the watch list. This is what I got on so far. I'll be adding stuff as he goes over the news and all that jazz, which I guess he's been doing in the background the whole time. But anyways, we're going to switch over to Dex commentary. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully we get some nice pops and runs. Be able to profit. All right.
So one day was green, next day was green, next day was green. We always want to do that with all our top gainers to see if they're going to be able to continue as well. So yesterday, the number one top gainer in the stock market, you can look back at a 5-minute chart right here, was BLPH. It was a really nice mover. What else did we know about BLPH yesterday? Right? BLPH, this stock came out with a reverse stock split 2 days ago, or excuse me, last week. Then it came out with a press release, right, yesterday. So there was a reverse stock split, which lowered the float. Then the stock came out with a press release, which got all the action towards it. And since it's a newer low float play with a hot press release, that gave traders a reason to go ahead and buy in on the stock. So this stock right here was able to go on a beautiful rip, a beautiful climb, and a beautiful run all the way on up towards around that 1227 mark. BLPH currently is sitting a little bit. Where is this at right now? Is this like right along its open? I thought it was on a little bit on the downside, but let's see. BLPH is actually up a little bit right now. Actually, that's BLPH. Hate when Yahoo Finance just randomly changes the play. It's okay. It's actually down a little bit. That's what I thought. So down about 32 cents at this time. BLPH had the press release yesterday talking about top of the line data. We'll see if BLPH is going to be able to move back on in today as a top gainer. If it starts moving above $9.50, $10, expect people to start flying in on this play. If this stock starts dropping, watch for a bounce at the 200-day moving average. You may be able to get a nice bounce opportunity right along 769. Right? You may be able to get just a nice bounce opportunity right along this like 769 mark and be able to make some nice profit. So that could be just very awesome right there. So I definitely wanted to keep your eyes peeled on, of course, the number one top gainer of yesterday, especially right now. We don't have a mob play. And especially, what do we mean by mob play? The majority of buyers. So if we don't have one play right now that has all the hype, all the attention, all the volume, sometimes traders just go back to what they know is going to be good. And that could be the previous top gainer of yesterday. That makes sense? Right? All right. So what else do we want to be looking at today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's go to our news. And what do we have right here? MYO, number 2 top gainer in the market, underneath 1 million in flow. And MYO, this is one that should put a little bit of shivers down your spine. And why? Right? Why should we see a little bit of shivers going down our spine over on MYO? Well, this was the stock that went on the $40 climb 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, this thing was turning people into millionaires. The stock went from $5 and moved all the way up to $40, right? That's a huge move. So now this morning, MYO came out with the press release. People got excited again. And people say, oh, wow, MYO, okay, with the press release and the stock again, being a previous supernova low float, this could possibly happen again. So what do we have here? We have MYO, as a network agreement. Agreement, what is that? Two companies working together, basically like a partnership, right? Hot keywords. Keywords look for in a hot press release. Once we look at the 3-star words, we can go down and we could see the word agreement. An agreement is going to be bringing in, again, a lot of hype, going to be bringing in a lot of momentum. An agreement is where we're going to see traders be able to go on see the stock possibly go on a very big spike. So we all know our hot keywords to look for. This is something that's very important to your trading. So when we see this, we say to ourselves, all right, this is a low float stock. The stock has a press release. It's a stock that just went on a supernova move a couple, 2 weeks ago. This could definitely get hyped towards it. Now, do I think it's going to run all the way back up to $40? No, I don't think that at all. But MYO definitely could maybe run up towards like $10 today. Okay. So MYO definitely may be able to go all the way up towards around like that $10 mark today or something along those lines if it wanted to really catch fire. It's going to have the 13 EMA resistance. Where at right along 930, 50-day moving average at around 1067. So, there are going to be some resistance lines, but if MYO catches some fire, it definitely could go on a very nice climb today. What else are we seeing today that could go on a nice rip and a nice run? CETX kind of jumping up and claiming the mark as the number one top gainer at this moment. So what's going on with CETX at this time? Well, CETX is currently up 26%, has 3 million in float. It is a previous spiker in the past, and if we want to look, CETX right here, February 19th, CETX reports operating profit at of 114% sale increase for the first quarter end of December 31st. So what do we have? This is an earnings report, guys. We're talking about seeing an operating of 114% sale increase. Now that's great. That's great, right? Nothing negative about this whatsoever at all. The only con or negativity thing I can take from this is that, again, sometimes earnings reports don't spike as hard as you may want them to, right? And earnings is good. We see that the stock is up 114%, but what's going to spike better? A partnership, drug trials, positive results, or an earnings report. Earnings reports aren't usually, again, like the big spikers of the day. Hopefully, CETX can put my words in my mouth and go on a massive rip and massive run. But just what I've seen from past experience is a lot of earnings reports usually have gap ups, quick morning spikes, and then do come back on down. So definitely need to be smart with those type of plays. Make sure that you guys are saying to yourself, all right, I definitely get what Deck's saying here. Let me make sure I'm locking in at least some sort of gain. I'll let the other half run out, but let me maybe lock up half when I'm up, right? All right. So, couple different options, of course, today that we have gone over so far. So what do we have that we have gone over so far? What has some of the best potential for us today? What stock has we? Let's do a little bit of a recap on everything we looked at. All right, number one, MYO. Right, MYO actually just jumped up as the number one top gainer. As we know, the stock had a reverse stock split. Did go on a very big press release and did go on that huge run all the way up to $40. MYO did come out with a press release this morning talking about an agreement. After that, we have CETX, which is a low float stock as well. This stock, again, no agreement press release, does have an earnings, but the earnings is very positive. Okay. What else did we go over? We went over our top gainer of yesterday, BLPH. BLPH, this one could easily get the hype and momentum again. It was a reverse stock split of yesterday. This stock could definitely pop on up. Definitely could look for a bounce play as well off the 200-day moving average. So we had a reverse stock split, low float play, did come out with positive results. Top gainer of yesterday could get the volume back towards it, pretty easily. All right, what else did we talk about? GMPX, 4 days of green in a row, consistent top gainer nearly every day. This stock did have a really big drop right along 575, but if it gets all the way back up to 575, that would definitely show strength towards this play. So if it can get back up to 575, that would show a lot of strength towards this play. And again, having 4 days of green, what's stopping it from having another big day? Especially if it breaks through the old highs of 575, this thing could really take on off in a very quick, fast manner. So we want to be ready for that over on GMPX if that ever started happening, right? So those are kind of the top ones. You might say, Deck, what about Quad? I mean, Quad's 35 million in float. We'll keep it on watch right here. Let's just see what was the news on QUAD. Did have its earnings report as well. So Quad had an earnings report. Not something I'm going to be focusing on too much at the start, but we'll see if that's going to be able to get any sort of momentum towards it. What about SMIT? Not really any volume on SMIT at this time, so not really looking too much over there. What stock I am still looking at as well is also SPCE. SPCE, guys, this one may be able to get some nice big time breakouts. This one may be able to get some good activity towards it over on SPCE, right? And that stock had a red candle yesterday. But the thing was, this stock is having a gap up today. If SPCE starts breaking 35, 36, $37 and starts working its way back on up, guess what? We may be able to see a very nice rip and be able to see a very nice run. This was, again, one of the hottest plays for the past, month and a half, where we saw a very nice climb. Now, yesterday we had a big morning spike where the stock went from $30 all the way up to $38 and then dropped on off. Now, a lot of people said, the stock's probably done. But hey, we got a little bit of strength this morning as the stock has a gap up, right? So, we'll see if this play is going to be able to get any sort of, rip, run, activity, volume, and we'll see what we get here on SPCE. But, we kind of have our top plays. Also, I know you guys are also looking over at Tesla as well today. Tesla, this is basically one of the biggest beasts in blue chip stocks that we have seen. I mean, honestly, the stock from October has gone from 252 all the way up to 923. I personally have never seen a $700 climb in 4 months on any blue chip stock. So I've been trading for about what 4.5, 5 years now. With that being said, I've never seen a stock go on a $700 climb in 4 to 5 months. So that is absolutely insane to see. And Tesla is trying to push all the way up towards around that $1,000 mark. It seems like. So we'll see what's going to be happening on Tesla, and we can definitely keep our eyes on the back burner on that play as well. Yep, saw that. Also, Iggy AVEO has a reverse stock split tomorrow, so maybe you want to write down AVEO on a reverse stock split. That was yesterday. Has one tomorrow, and maybe a week from now, we could maybe see a very hot press release. So obviously, if we could see a very hot press release a week from now, AVEO's new reverse stock split, we could get a nice rip and run. Oh, here, look at this. GMPX price $17.5 million stock offered price. So look at this. GMPX actually just came out with a press release talking about an offering. So just came out with a press release talking about an offering, and that may drop GMPX even more. Let's watch it for a moment. Ooh, there it goes. So GMPX, it probably looked like, look at this. We're about to see a little bit of a bloodbath right here over on GMPX. So a little bit of a bloodbath on GMPX right now. It just came out with their offering press release. This was most likely like insiders getting out first. It was probably people who knew something. Maybe the CEO texted a friend, texted a group of people and said, hey, get out of this play. We're about to drop an offering. And that's maybe why it dropped so big, 23 minutes in advance of an offering. So, so yeah, we kind of knew that offering was coming. We just didn't see the press release before. It just came out, right here at 9:23. PDM, saying that's illegal, to do that. I agree, that is, but that's the penny stock world, and that happens. It's something that happens. You'll see all the time. A lot of CEOs, what do they have? They have what we call, rat holes. They would say, hey, we have a very hot press release coming up. Hey, let me text my friend. I'll tell him to put $100,000 in on this play. We'll split the profits 50-50. Right? They do it all the time. It's that's part of stock trading. That's part of the stock market. Not saying it's a good thing to do, but that's what happens. Why do you think GMPX dropped off so big before anyone else knew that an offering was coming out? Most likely, a lot of people said to whoever, "Hey, get out of this play, and we're going to be coming out with an offering in the next 20 minutes." Stock drops on off. You know what? Those people got out. Now the stock's all the way down to $4. Right? So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I don't encourage it whatsoever, but that's what we see. People do illegal things in the stock market, and we are seeing a big drop off. So that is still continuing to fall on us. So we really don't need GNPX. We're going to be more focused on CETX at the start of the day, MYO at the start of the day. We're going to be looking at SPCE at the start of the day. And we are going to be looking to do. Am I forgetting anything else? Let me type it all out for our morning poll anyway. So we're typing this out. What stock will do the best today? So what stock's going to do the best today, ladies and gentlemen? And is it going to be? We are going with MYO. MYO. Obviously, we want to see if that stock's going to have potential. Is it going to be VIVE? All right, we'll see VIVE. This is the number one top gainer this morning. I don't even know if we went over VIVE. I apologize if we didn't. VIVE this morning had a Form 4. If you guys don't know what a Form 4 is, it's insider buying. So we have a Form 4 right here, and it's actually Goldman Sachs purchasing some shares on this play. So VIVE, low float stock at 830K. The stock is fading off at this time, but it is the number one top gainer currently with a 28% gain. So we have MYO with an agreement, VIVE with insider buying. We have CETX with a very positive earnings this morning. We also have plays such as BLPH, which was the number one top gainer yesterday, to see if that play is going to be able to move on up, And we're also going to have, last but not least, SPCE, where this play could possibly work its way on up. Last but not least, I'm just going to put none of the above. You think all these stocks are dumb and you don't like any of them, all right? And you think something else is going to spike. All right, so what stock will do the best today? You guys go ahead, tell me, and go ahead and cast your vote. So everyone go vote. Nope. And again, never look for a bounce play on an offering. You look for bounce plays on bad trials. You look for bounce plays on huge sell-off. You look for bounce plays on brokers or excuse me, like deals not happening. But you do not look for bounce plays on offerings because why? An offering, all the shares are less valuable. There's no reason for them to bounce. Offerings usually just kill stocks. You do not look for bounce plays on them. All right, so it's 9:27. Give me one moment here, guys. Just going to adjust a few things, and we'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. So give me one moment. All right. Let's see. Everyone cast your vote if you guys have not yet. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Share the results. Stop the poll. As you guys can see right here, MYO, number 1. You guys have MYO as number 1 and CETX as number 2. Market opens up, ladies and gentlemen, in about 30 seconds. Hey, team, let's have an awesome day ahead. I'm excited for to see where this volume, starts moving on up, and to see where the activity really goes to next. So 20 seconds here, guys. What we should be focusing on is the high of the day momentum scanner. MYO actually having a little bit of a fade off right now, and we'll be all set, ready to go. I got my broker open, ready to rock and roll. So I'm all set, ready to attack this market and get after it. Here we go, guys. 2 seconds, and we are live. So let's see what we got going on today. I'm going to definitely take it easy at the start just because I'm not really sure where the volume's going to go. Not really sure where the volume's going to go right here at the start, so I definitely want to take it a little bit more easy. But make sure that you guys are fully aware of all these possible plays that they could all go on breakouts today. MYO, CETX, number 3 you have is BLPH. So, we definitely want to keep our eyes peeled over there. And, BLPH, the best thing we could look at is a possibility of like a bounce play. BLPH actually starting with a little bit of volume. BLPH actually starting with a little bit of volume. So we'll see if that play is going to be able to continue to move on up. I'll put BLPH on the bottom because that stock still has some potential. MYO starting to move on up right now. MYO getting a little bit of a pop. So MYO getting a little bit of pop. There's VIVE starting to pop on up. Want to check out SPCE starting to get a little bit of a dump, so we don't need that right now. But MYO is going to be hitting that $7 mark. We'll see if that's going to be able to go on a nice spike or be able to bring in any sort of volume. Right now, as I said, guys, not touching anything just because I'm not really 100% sure where all the volume and activity is going to be going. I just want to type out all these stocks to watch today. Again, obviously, we're going to have MYO, we're going to have VIVE, we're going to have CETX, we're going to have BLPH, we're going to have SPCE. So stocks to watch today. Nice little list of about 5 different plays. And then we'll also keep our eyes on the high of the day momentum scanner to see what else comes on through. Right. So, keep our eyes on the high of the day momentum scanner, see what else comes on through to, possibly get a nice big breakout and get a nice move. So right now, a lot of my focus is right here on this high of the day momentum scanner. As the high of the day momentum scanner is definitely going to be able to help us, bringing that good activity and bringing that good volume. What we have here, Tesla. Tesla getting a little bit of a drop. Tesla, small little drop. So right now we're absolutely fine. I would turn a little bit of focus over on BLPH. I would turn a little bit of focus over on BLPH if you guys are interested over there, just because this one is actually still holding its gains. So we do have, yesterday's top gainer, BLPH, actually starting to hit some new highs, guys. We just hit about 1039. So BLPH starting to work its way on up still. So if you're interested, turn your attention over there. BLPH, there's new high of the days all the way up towards around 1070. This one looks like it's trying to get a little bit of continuation breakout. Right now at this time, I am not in on BLPH. Again, just always want to show you guys, I am not in on BLPH at this time. Currently sitting back, waiting for the best volume, best activity. Just want to make sure that you guys see everything right here. MYO, new little high. MYO trying to get a little high. VIVE also getting a little high. So a couple new highs on VIVE, couple new highs on MYO, couple new highs on BLPH. Still, again, volume's a little scattered out right now. Still, again, some people are on BLPH, some people on MYO, some people are over on, this play, that play. So it's a little scattered out right now still. Volume is definitely not just clearly on one stock. People are trying to get their play to run. MBot, MBot, a little bit of volume. And again, watch here. Watch the high of the day momentum scanner. Obviously, keep MYO on a level 2. Maybe if that stock could break through 725, we could see more hype. Keep your eyes peeled around BLPH to see if BLPH can continue to move on up. What I honestly want to see, you're like, Deck, what do you like? I mean, I would love to see, BLPH possibly come all the way back on down, get a bounce play off like 769. I think that would be awesome. MBot, little bit of volume, and then we also still have VIVE and MYO both fighting for attention, right? So we do have, MYO and MBot both fighting for attention. Sweatshorts, $8,000. Little shout out to Rapid. Awesome job right there. That is awesome, Sweatshorts. Awesome, awesome work. BLPH, nice little pullback on this play. I just want to see where's the hype going to really be going? Nothing halted yet. No spikes that spiked on up and got halted and went on a giant rip and run. Right now, MBot's still trying to push a little bit. I'm going to put MBot up on the top level too. MBot, I'm putting that on the top level too. That just went from $9 to $9.50. MYO is still on the bottom level too. MBot getting a little bit of volume right now. It looks like it's going to try to run up towards around $9.75 and then $10. So we're going to continue to keep our eyes peeled over on MBot. If you're saying, Deck, did we talk about MBot this morning? Does MBot have any sort of news? Let's just see if MBot has any sort of news towards it. I think there was a press release yesterday, I want to say. January 30th was the last press release. MBot, January 13th was the last filing. Okay, so nothing I'm seeing on MBot at this time. It could be just because it's trying to break the 50-day moving average. So that's most likely where this buying volume is coming through. Maybe a little bit of a break of the 50-day moving average. Right now, we're absolutely fine, though. Absolutely good at this moment. No reason to force. GMPX starting to pop on up. Stay away from that. That stock just had an offering. Stay away from that. You guys don't need to be in on that play at this time. Not a good idea. Right now, still sitting back, waiting. I want to see a mob play. Right now, it's just a little too spread out, right? I always say, imagine there is 100 people in the stock market. If we have, if we have 20 people on MBOT, 20 people on MYO, 20 people on VIVE, 20 people on BLPH, well, we don't get, very big spikes. We see little spikes and then drops and little spikes and drops because we have 20 people basically buying it. It looks like it's going to run, but there's no one else to continue to reinforce this play, to keep it going. So, we just don't have that, unfortunately, which just gets a little bit annoying. But we'll see what's going to be coming up on these plays, of course. But, right now, basically it's a little bit spread out at this time, with all these different plays. Right now, I'm not seeing too much on BBI, so nothing really over on BBI at this time. Did get a nice little spike yesterday. BBI, maybe if that stock started breaking like 180, we could start seeing a little bit of hype. Yesterday, it was a top gainer for a little bit. BBI went from $1.30 and spiked all the way up towards around 225. Let's wait for at least a 180 break, okay? So if maybe let's wait for a 180 break. I like how the stock yesterday went from $1.30 all the way up to 225. That's nice. Don't get me wrong, but let's see if it could get any sort of volume towards it first, before, you just all of a sudden start buying in big. Did it have any sort of news yesterday? Because I always love looking at previous top gainers, right? I love looking at previous top gainers. They could definitely run and rip again. BBI, what do we have here? Announces a settlement dispute yesterday, February 18th. All right. And something again, something that I do always like to look for. And again, this is kind of like opposite, right? This kind of is opposite. And I'm not going to cover up the scanners or anything, but I do want to give you a quick little example. What chart pattern looks better here? Does chart pattern A look better for a breakout? Or that's A right here. So does chart pattern A look better for a breakout? Or does, let's say, chart pattern, B look better for a breakout? And let's say this is the same time frame, and let's say this time frame is over the past 6 months. Let's say this is the past 6 months. Which one looks better for a little bit of a breakout in penny stocks, at least? I know it's a little bit complicated, but honestly, stock b stock B looks a little bit better. And you might be saying, Dick, what do you mean stock B looks better for a breakout? How does that look better for a breakout? Stock A is moving on up. But yeah, if you notice though, if stock A's been moving up, 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 that gives no chance for an explosion, right? That gives no chance for an explosion. When a stock is already in the top right hand corner of their chart, they've already gone on their move. Where do you want to see and find stocks when they're on their bottom so everyone goes buying in on it? For example, what do we have here, guys? Look at BBI yesterday. BBI falling, 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 dropped to new 52-week lows, goes from $1, spikes all the way up to 225. BLPH falling, 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 drops to new 52-week lows. There's no buyers in on this play. Good news, everyone buys in on this play. MYO, MYO, this stock falling, 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 drops again to all the way down to a low. No buyers in on this play. Low RSI gets good news. Everyone goes flying in on this play. So, what do we like to look for? We like to look for stocks that are on the bottom because guess what? There's no buyers in on that play. So, once people start buying into it, everyone starts buying into it because it's fresh, it's new, right? So that's, as something I want you guys to understand that so many people get wrong. Which one looks better? When a stock is all the way in the top right hand corner or when a stock is all the way at its bottom? Well, if you reverse that, when a stock is all the way on its top right hand corner, that's actually the worst time to get it. And you're like, why? The stock is up so big. Exactly. It's already up so big. Why would you buy into a stock that's already overbought? Right? So you always have to say to yourself, okay, which one's going to get the bigger breakout? Now, if you're like, hey, I just want to look for something slow and steady and look for a little continuation, then A, the A one would be better. But if you're looking for the breakout, the supernova, then you're looking more for B. I just want to make sure you guys get that because I know it's kind of like it's hard to understand at first, especially when you're a new trader trying to train your mind not to go after plays that are already up. Everyone sees a play that's up $40 and says I want to buy, buy, buy. But what happens then? That's usually when you get crushed the most. So we want to look for plays that are low. Like BBI, nice little setup. So I like the setup on BBI, I do, but it's gonna have to wait until it breaks like 180 before it actually starts getting that big time volume towards it. VIVE, VIVE slowly trying to move on up. VIVE, little bit of an uptrend on this play. Little bit of an uptrend right there. If you wanted to play that over on VIVE. Let's keep our eyes on BBI right here, guys. Just got a little bit of volume, little heads up. Again, I can always show you, not in on this play right now, but does have a little bit of volume over on BBI. Does have a little bit of volume over on BBI. Not in on the stock right now. Just want to show you that. But at the same time, stock's starting to get a little bit of volume. Let's see if anyone is going to push towards it. So I just want to see if the bids are going to try to move on up, just because this was a top gainer yesterday as well. So this the stock was a top gainer yesterday as well. As I said, if we look back at let's just go to a 10-minute time frame, the stock did go from 135 all the way up to 225. Maybe if it could start getting some hype, traders would run back in on this thing. Are starting to see buyers trying to move on up just a little bit. Daily chart does look good, I will say that. We had basically the drop off, and now again, stock trying to push its way on up. Let's just keep our eyes on BVI for a little bit, see if that's going to get any sort of volume. The bids right now, bids are at 181. OXS, I know we don't see it too often, but is there a correlation between institutional ownership and having anything to do with low floats, like why they move higher? I don't have enough data myself to make that influence. Just wondering if you did. Uh, Not really too much, to be honest. I mean, institutional ownership would be more for like a long-term play, not really just a day trade. So, I used to look into that a lot, and I really, sometimes stocks would spike, and there wasn't really even too many institutional ownership at all. So, I mean, it's good for a long-term play, 100%, but not always just for a day trade, just because you're in and out so quickly. I know some of you guys were talking about VIVE earlier. It says like if you look at the short float, it's like 47%. Ton of people shorting VIVE. So that means it does have a great chance of possibly going on a squeeze today if that stock ever caught some fire. So we'll keep our eyes peeled over on VIVE. Right now as well, we do have BBI starting to stack a little bit on the bids. So, I do have, just want to keep, kind of put that out there. BBI, low volume, low, low volume, but a previous top gainer of yesterday. And a nice daily chart. Keep on watch for a break of $2. Anything above 180, I will be keeping on high alert. So right now we do have this stock slowly trying to move on up right here. As I said, we could just have a little bit of a creeper on our hands. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes these stocks, creep their way on up. Still not in on this thing, as you guys could see. Still not in on BBI, but interested on it. Interested on, definitely very interesting. If this thing is going to try to start, getting any sort of volume, and start moving. Right now, BBI now up towards around 191. I definitely feel like some traders are trying to. Also, VIVE new high of the day. So VIVE new high of the day. BBI trying to move its way on up a little bit. Nothing 100% amazing yet. Nothing 100% amazing, but better than nothing. And it's just because we have seen again what we have seen basically a lot of scattered out plays today. I've seen a lot of scattered out plays today where the volume is kind of going towards some different directions. Orlon Trader, any feedback on BKD? Oh, there goes BBI falling back on down, so we're still good. BKD, nice move so far. I like it. Let's put that up on the top level too. Nice little find right there. BKD up about $1.30 over on BKD. Nice spike. That stock is not up on any of our scanners right here. Is that over on Yahoo Finance? How much is BKD up? BKD up is up 15% at this time. The stock's a little bit all over the place. Not over on Yahoo or Finviz as well. So not over on Finviz as well. BKD 18 hours ago came out with an earnings report. So it did have an earnings report, led to a nice little pop, led to a nice little rip, nice little run. See if BKD could get that fire and get a little bit of that push. Still no trade for me yet, team. And it's not like we've missed anything, as you guys obviously can see. We have not missed anything. Has there been a little bit of, if you got in at 180 and held VIVE to $2, could you have made 20 cents? Yeah. BKD, little bit of a pop up here. Not a bad play. We'll keep that up on our top level too. NYO, very quick morning spike, started dying on off. So it's not like there's anything that's ripping off the walls right now that we're just, missing completely. As I said, volume's a little bit scattered at this moment. Volume's a little bit scattered at this moment. We could check out SPCE. SPCE maybe looking for a little bit of this red to green move. So we could put I like SPCE. We could put that on the bottom level too. Put BKD on the bottom. So BKD on the bottom, SPCE testing that $35 mark. Little sign out ETRN's about to hit 13 EMA resistance. Let's see how SPCE is going to do. Is SPCE going to be able to make a little bit of a red to green move? See this red to green move trying to happen? And again, red to green move is what I call, again, break of the open. The stock is going red underneath its open, and you might say, Deck, no, it's gapping up, so it's still green. I get that. I understand that. I'm just, what I call a red to green move is when it breaks its open after the U shape. SQ starting to try to hold on up. SQ on a little bit of a bull flag pattern. SPCE got rejected at the $35 mark. All right. Tough conditions right now, team. Tough conditions. Stay smart at this time. Tough conditions. Stay smart at this time. No reason for us to put ourselves in a position just to lose. We are absolutely good. Absolutely good. No reason to force a trade at this moment. I'm still, again, 0 for 0. And the thing is, guys, I'm up a good amount in February. I have not traded every single day, as you guys know. There are some days that I don't trade. There are some days that I sit back. There are some days that I don't get in on a play if I'm not 100% feeling it. So, I'm not saying that today is going to be one of those days. I'm not saying that, but I am saying if we don't get any sort of big breakout, don't feel obligated to push yourself into a play just to trade. David, is there somewhere you get the 13 EMA? Or do you have to figure it out yourself? You could just add it to your all your indicators or to your charts. So where do I get it? Right on Trade Ideas. So you can see in the top it says 200 day, 50 day, 13 EMA, and then I just hover over the date and I'll be able to get it right on the chart. Same exact thing, with stockcharts.com. You can get right on stockcharts.com, or again, you can honestly just use the same exact chart over on Tradecaster. If you guys scroll up above the live stream, what do you guys see? Right here, right? You have right here. You can just go to add, or excuse me, you can go to add indicator, and then you can just go all down and add the 13 EMA. So you just go to exponential moving average, and then just go through. I don't want to cover up the scanners, but look for moving average, exponential, and then just make it 13, and then it'll pop up right there. Early trader, let's see here. Yeah, BKD already talked about for a bit. That play still sitting right around that $8 mark. I like this play. If it can hold $8, the stock still has a chance. Top resistance up towards around 845. We'll maybe look for a small bounce play at $8. That's a possibility if you wanted to. If you were interested over on BKD, did have an earnings report last night that got the stock moving. So positive earnings, quick little pop on this play, holding their gains right now. Nothing really too bad about this play. Just has to be able to hold up through $8 to really start moving its way back on up. NPH starting to move on up a little bit as well. A little bit of a trend line stock. Little heads up, guys. Make sure you guys are typing in the correct chat room. Some of you guys are typing over in alerts chat, guys over there, just because I don't even see it. How's Tesla doing today? Not really too much. Had the big gap up, but nothing really too much on Tesla right now. Top gainers, let's go through them. Top gainers, let's go through them, team. VIVE. Anything right here on VIVE? Nah, nothing really on VIVE right now. QUAD. Anything on QUAD right now? Nah, nothing really over there. NYO. Fading on off. So right now we kind of have VIVE back underneath $2. QUAD fading off a little bit. NYO fading off a little bit. STRM fading off a little bit. Little bit tough out there, guys. Tough conditions today. Yesterday was a nice solid day. Today's a little bit tougher. Our top 4 plays, or actually our top 5 plays, are all fading off a little bit. So let's make sure we're staying smart. Let's make sure we're staying smart. NIO, small uptrend. Hey, if there's a play, I'm ready to get after it just like you are. We'll see what we can get. We can definitely also, again, keep our eyes peeled on some larger cap plays also. Right now, though, Tesla's not really moving too much. Most traders made their money from the gap up or gap down overnight. If you guys have any other mid cap plays or blue chip stocks and want to say, hey, this one's moving on up, this one's moving on up, go ahead, go for it. We love again to hear all different options and what you guys are thinking along those lines. So yep, definitely a little bit tough in the penny stock world right now. But if you guys see anything mid caps or blue chips, you guys can definitely post those as well. That's awesome. BBI trying to get a little bit of volume. We'll keep our eyes going back over to BBI. That stock would have to really break through $2 before it starts getting any sort of volume or hype. We'll see if that one could battle itself back on up. I'm not in on any play yet. BBI is trying to battle itself its way back on up. I also was keeping my eyes peeled over on BLPH to see if BLPH was going to be able to fall down to the 200-day moving average. Most likely it won't be today. Maybe tomorrow I could look for a small bounce play over on a 200-day moving average. That just has to fall a little bit. Little side note, small volume going over on BBI right here. And again, I do like that daily chart a lot, coming on up towards around the top coming back on up towards around the high of the day. So we'll see if that's going to be able to move on up. See what we have. See if we're going to be able to continue right here on these stocks. Iggy letting us know Uber hitting the new high of the day. Check over there. UBER, Uber, trying to move on up. I could put that on the bottom level too right now. So penny stock wise, I just want to give BBI a couple more minutes, see if that's going to be able to spike on up and through its high, maybe break of $2. We could see a little bit of a mob push. BLPH, I would love to see a huge dump off. Uber coming up for a little bit of a U-shaped setup. Tesla a little bit slow as well. Let's see here. I know we're still kind of on the hunt. BE, Avister, moving. Got a little bit of news over on BE, $12 to $12.80. Not too bad. Thank you, Avister, as well. So you could see even like the chat, it's not only just like, we could see it in the penny stock world, but, everyone's kind of giving different alerts right here, right? We have Profit Trader, ABEO, Creeker, CETX, Trade Life, CANF, Rapid, BYND, Avister, BE, right? We have Offshore Trader, MYO, Iggy, Uber. We have, Edison, AAPL, Bestwood, LPTH, Mr. Joni, BBI. Every single person here is saying different alerts. Now, that's not bad. Again, I'm not, saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, notice how everyone is kind of looking for that next play. Notice how everyone's saying, oh, let's look over here. Let's look over here. Let's look over here. No, let's look over here. Let's look over here. Right? And that just kind of confirms what? That volume's a little scattered. Volume's a little, volume's a little bit all over the place. Right? Traders are saying, hey, let's look at this play. No, let's look at this play. Let's look at this play. No, let's look at this play. So, we have to be smart here. KBSF did just get halted. So KBSF did just pop up, did get halted. KBSF is one that usually is a pump and dump type of play. Little side note, BBI new high of the day. BBI starting to move on up, new high of the day right now. That stock is, working its way up towards around that $2 mark. I do want to keep my eyes peeled on BBI in case, any sort of crazy action or volume starts going in on the stock. But we do have KBSF that just got halted. So right now, KBSF, let's just see, does that have any news? KBSF has 0 press releases. KBSF, 0 press releases I see at this time. KBSF, let's look on equity feed, 0 press releases. Any filing? 0 filings. So KBSF has 0 filings. KBSF has 0 press releases. And if we look at the past chart history pattern of KBSF, what do we have here, guys? Usually gap up, dump. Gap up, dump. Look at all these upper shadows. Upper shadow gave it all back. I mean, let's scroll back a little bit. Look at all these upper shadows. Spike gave it all back. Spike give 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 it all back. Look at all these upper shadows right here. Spikes give it all back. Spike give it all back. Spike give it all. Please, 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 please be careful on KBSF. Look at all these upper shadows. Stock goes on a quick rip, gives everything back. Quick spike, everything back. Quick spike, everything back. So please be careful on that play. Not an easy stock to be able to go on it, be able to make some nice profit on. There's a 10K sell order on BBI at this time. Stock's slowly trying to move on up a little bit. We'll continue to keep our eyes peeled over there. KBSF's going to get unhalted in about, 3 minutes. Continue to keep my eyes peeled on these plays right now. See where this volume is going to be heading towards. AVK, good entry could be around 180. I mean, the only thing I'm nervous of on BBI is just it's still a little light on volume. So you're like, could I bounce play the stock at 180? The thing, as I said, I'm a little nervous of it. It's just a little bit light in volume. When do you get the best bounce plays? You get the bounce plays on stocks that have top gaining days. Are the strongest, are the best, where everyone's looking at. What do we know right now? It's still a little bit scattered. Still a little bit scattered. MYO looking for a little bit of a U shape. So right now, let's kind of just go over everything we have. Let's go over everything we're seeing. All right, we have a couple different options that I would say right now is where you want to look. First things first, we are going to be having BBI, right? So BBI, this is a play that I would want you guys focusing on. And while looking at BBI right here, we do see that we have a lot of $2 resistance. A break of $2 could definitely bring in a lot of hype and bring in a lot of momentum. So that's what I want to see on the stock. We also, again, looking at the daily chart at BBI, you could see we were down very low at a brand new 52-week low. Now, when we were at these 52-week lows, a lot of buying volume came in and pushed the stock right up towards around $2 and actually all the way up towards around 220 yesterday. So since we had a top gaining day yesterday, we could easily see continuation moving on this play. Just like, perfect example, GMPX. When we have a top gaining day, sometimes the next day's top gaining, and the next day's top gaining, and the next day's top gaining. So I am keeping my eyes on BBI for that possible break of $2, just to see if volume wants to move in on this play, and to see if the stock is going to be able to continue to move on up. If it hits $2 and gets rejected, stay away. The reason I'm saying don't buy it right now is there's still not that much attention towards this play. So you got to be smart. Now, I know a lot of you guys are also looking for, at this time, MYO. MYO came out with a press release this morning talking about an agreement. Obviously, the stock was a stock that went on this massive rip, this massive spike, this massive dump in the past, and then we had this nice little bounce play that happened this morning. This bounce play started happening this morning because this stock came out with what? An agreement press release. Notice we have this U shape that's starting to form, and the stock is trying to get this breakout. Last but not least, we actually have KBSF. Just got unhalted at this time, guys. KBSF just got unhalted. Let's put that on the top level too at this moment. And we could see KBSF. Let's see if this stock's going to hold its gains. But the past, again, probably, I can't even tell you how many times. Past 25 times KBSF has spiked, it has given everything back. So, this is more about just being a smart, realistic trader. Maybe it could hit the jackpot. Maybe it could go all the way up to 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, $20. But what do we know? We don't have to fight, what we already see. What we already see is every time KBSF spikes, it gives everything back. And you know what's happening right now? The stock just went from $2 all the way up towards around 315, and now it's all the way back down towards around 255. And I don't really think that's going to be able to hold too much either. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we have on this play. But we're not going to fight what we know. We're not going to fight the history of the stock. That's the history of the stock. I know you're like, Deck, no, this is going to break out. This is going to rip. This is going to run. I mean, the history of the stock shows us that it does not hold any gains. So, we just don't want to live in la la land. So we're not going to sit here to live in la la land and hopefully, get any sort of breakout or get any sort of run. BBI still not making it happen yet. CUO, little bit of volume. If CUO ever came and broke the $12 mark, that's where that stock would probably start heating up in a very quick manner. So if CUO ever starts spiking, moving on up, that's where that stock, that stock has gone from around $10 to $11. And if that stock ever spiking, we'd start seeing, some sort of breakout or some sort of move on that. MYO, there's a little pop. So MYO, small little pop right there, coming on up. We'll see if this play is going to be able to, actually be able to continue to spike and get this rip, get this climb. Be careful, again, if you guys are buying. If you guys are usually doing, let's say, 4,000 shares today, do 2,000. If you guys usually do 1,000 shares today, do 500. Right? Whatever you do, just do it a little bit on the smaller side. Avstar saying, "Where's the mob at right now?" Yeah, as we talked about, the mob's a little dispersed. The mob's a little bit all over the place right now. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what's going to be able to continue to move on up. Right now, it's still MYO. So right now, MYO trying to climb. See if the stock is going to be able to break through that 750-ish mark. BLPH also trying to fall. I do like BLPH, as I said, if it could ever dump. BLPH is trying to dump. If BLPH ever really dumped on off, I think that would be a really nice bounce play. Um, all the way down towards that 200-day moving average, but that thing still has to fall a little bit, all the way down towards like 7. That still has like a whole dollar. It has to fall. ROKU. ROKU, nice little red to green move. I would just say be careful. 13 EMAs at 130, 120, and then 50-day moving average at 134. So you don't really got that much more room to move on up on ROKU. Little side note, finally getting a little bit of action over on MYO. Finally, you're getting a little bit of action over on MYO here. Finally, traders are agreeing on something, saying, all right, you know what? Let's maybe all go to MYO. So finally, we're having that agreement. The more of agreement we have, the more of traders saying, okay, this is going to be the best play, the better they're going to move as one. So look at this, MYO, nice little push. This is actually the first decent push of the day. MYO, first decent push of the day. Finally, again, mob kind of agreeing all on the same play. Finally getting a nice little rip. Finally getting a nice little run here, all the way up towards 810, 820. Nice. Okay. Finally, a nice, decent push we're seeing. Traders are kind of all saying that this is going to be the best play now. Entry on MYO, little bit late as the stock is all the way up towards around 875. Most likely best entry is going to be either down towards around 765 if that can hold, or back down towards around 740. Okay, look at MYO still pushing. I like it. I'd probably say your best entry would be right along 765 at this point. Nice push, nice move. So right now, as we talked about, MYO finally kind of became the best mover of today, being able to see a nice rip, being able to see a nice run. This stock just had a very nice U-shape setup as it broke through that 720 mark. It had a lot of resistance right around 720, and the moment it broke through that 720 mark is where, boom, we broke through that resistance, ran up towards around 834. Now, what I'm looking for would be, where was the last area of consolidation? Where did the stock have a little bit of trouble? Because the last area of a little bit of trouble is where this stock can start, bouncing its way back on up. So old resistance or last area of trouble usually holds up as our new support line. So last area of trouble I see is more along the lines of the 765-ish mark right here. So 765 is what I would see, and that's where I would say, hey, look for the small bounce. So you could look for the small bounce play, maybe get a move back up towards around $8, and of course, go from there. So I may do a small entry. Stock starting to fall back on down. Small entry right around those areas. If it could possibly come down that low. KBSF. KBSF still trying to fight as well. KBSF guys still trying to fight as well. That one is just so pumpy and dumpy. Spiked on up, dumped on off, and got another leg. So KBSF still going off of nothing. There is no news I see on KBSF, no filing I see on KBSF, but I will say it is only 1 million in float. Who knows? With only 1 million in float, we'll see what we get. No matter what you guys want to get into, no matter what you guys want to get into, just kind of limit your size today. Go half. Go 50% of whatever you guys want to get into today. So we have a little bit of KBSF action. See MYO right here, still watching. We can also add, what's also very helpful for bounce plays is look for the VWAP. VWAP's a little bit low right now. I should be able to try to come on up though. So no entry for me yet. May look for something small. May look for something small down towards around this 765-ish mark. We'll see what that one can do for us. No, MYO still holding $8. KBSF. KBSF. I'm not going to pull the trigger, but we'll see what we can do on that one, right? KBSF's going to be a little bit crazy. So basically, possible plays here. Plays at this time. We're going to be having MYO 765 bounce area. Look to sell back at $8. You also have KBSF halted. Pure pump play. I am not a fan here, but with 1 million in float, you never know. Ever. All right, so let's see. So it plays at this time. Just a little heads up. We got MYO 765 bounce play. Look to sell back at $8. And you also have KBSF halted pure pump play. I'm not a fan here, but with 1 million in float, you never know. You never know. So we'll see if that one, what that one could do. And what do I mean by you never know? It's like it's not a good play. KBSF, it's not. It's just it's not a good play. But could it still spike? Absolutely. Just if enough people randomly want to buy it. If enough people randomly want to get in on this play, it could consistently keep moving on up. And sometimes that happens as, sometimes traders say, "Oh, I don't know if I want to get in on this," and it starts going higher and higher and higher, and you feel like you're missing out, so then you jump in on it, and it goes higher, and then someone else feels like they're missing out, so then they jump in on it, and then it seems like everyone's just jumping on these plays because it feels like people are missing out, right? So I'm interested. I'm interested to see where KBSF's going to come out at, or what it's going to do. Part of me wants to see the stock spike and be able to go on a massive rip. The other part of me wants the stock to fall apart to pieces. So let's see right here. We got NASDAQ KBSF got halted at 10:10 and 33 seconds. That means it will get unhalted at 10:15 and 33 seconds. Right now it's 10:14 and 40 seconds. So we have about 50 seconds left until the stock gets unhalted. So KBSF again, halt. And you can always just add 5 minutes to the hold time to be able to see. If it doesn't get unhalted in 5 minutes, it gets unhalted in 10 minutes. So really quickly, I'm going to KBSF on the top. I'm going to put MYO on the bottom. MYO is on the bottom, team. And you can still look for that 765 bounce play. KBSF about to come out. 15 seconds. 15 seconds, team. KBSF. I am not touching this one. I'm not going to touch this one. This is more of one. I just want to see how this pump's going to go. Let's see what traders got in store for it. Could definitely be crazy if you're feeling risky. If you woke up this morning saying, "Hey, Deck, I want some risky biscuits," hey, this could feed your appetite. But definitely very scary. Let's see here. Are traders going to feel like they're missing out? 350's got to stay above. Bids are at 344. Oh, come on, bids. Let's see. Traders may feel like they're going to start missing out soon. Bids dropping down to 340s, 350 definitely holding up as a little bit of resistance. Holding, it is holding. I'll give it that. I know I'm definitely a little bit more negative towards this stock right now just because I think it's a pure pump. But right now, again, bids are still holding. Hasn't dumped yet. All right, bids a little bit of a pop. Let's see if it starts pushing and basically get traders feeling like, oh, this is going to keep going, going, going. Let's see our bids. Starting to lose it a little bit. 325. The IVE, little bounce area, Iggy. Thank you. We do have the VWAP on KBSF for along $3. Percy trades, E-Trade won't allow KBSF orders at this time. That could definitely hurt it. Right now, it's still battling. And then MYO still just trying to hold it at that $8 mark. We're probably going to go into a our day, I think 9 boot camp, and probably the next like 5 to 10 minutes team. So probably in about the next 5 to 10 minutes team, we are going to be going into our day 9 boot camp. As you guys know, when it's hot out, I like to make money. When it's slow out, I like to teach. So every single day here, the most important thing to me is to make sure that you guys are getting value in making money, value in your trades, or value in education. There will not be a time that we do nothing. So it's been about almost an hour of the market being open. Right now, we're keeping our eyes on KBSF, MYO, little pop here and there. But you know what? I am probably not going to be getting in on anything at this time. Don't want to give my hard-earned money away. So I'm probably going to be getting into a lesson in probably about 5 minutes here. Okay. So we're gonna give KBSF. So actually, give me about 2 to 5 minutes here. I'm just gonna set up this lesson. 2 to 5 minutes. What you guys should be looking for is KBSF for the possible breakout. Again, I don't like this play. I think it's a pump and dump. I'm staying away. Other than that, you still can look for the possible small bounce at MYO at around 765. So you could be looking around the 765 mark, around that area for the small bounce, and that could be coming on up. Myself, sitting out this morning, not touching anything. I had 3 trades yesterday. No reason for me to get involved in anything that I'm not comfortable in. If you guys did make money, if you guys did bank, hey, enjoy it. But right now, very scattered still, not much holding on up. Just again, I feel like deep down you kind of see that as well, even if you don't want to believe it. So we'll see what comes on up. Any mid cap plays or blue chips that you guys see that's moving, go ahead and alert those as well.
All right, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna finish up my trading here because I'm actually back into the green, up $410. I was down 1900 at my lowest, and then MYO finally got a good move on it, and I made back all of my losses plus $1,000. And then KBSF, I was down 1,000 on this one, and I made back like 800. So, and then let's see. So I lost 360 on SBCE, made 1,000 on MYO, MBOT down 190, KBSF down 230, GNPX was break even pre-market. That was before I even started streaming. CANF lost 40, BLPH lost 530, and BBI made 757. Let's bring BBI up real quick. So yeah, that one was pretty nice. Was it here? No. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up while I'm green. KBSF, as Deck keeps saying, is more like a pump and dump. People are just playing it because it's moving. It could be a good money maker, but as you've seen when I lost that $1,000, was it here or here? I think it was here. Yeah, it was here. Coming out of the hall, I bought, and it probably got filled way up here, and then just dropped straight down. This could be a huge moneymaker. I mean, it could spike to 425, 450 right here into another halt, but you could lose a ton at the same time. So I'm going to wrap it up while I'm in the green. I'm not going to get back into this play because it could just drop down and I'd be down, another $1,000 or whatnot. So good luck, everyone. I will be back Friday, I think, maybe. I might have something I have to do Friday. I don't know. But anyways, thanks everyone who watched, and good luck with your trading today. New high on KBSF, 390. Let's just watch it for a second. 390. I thought it was going to push. 391, 394, 396. Ooh, touch 398, 399. Oh, watch this thing break $4 and run up to 450. Oh, my kid's toy. I feel like I'm missing out on it, but I don't care. I'm in the green. I'm going to quit right now. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching.